Battle over appointing a special master in Trump's Mar-a-Lago investigation hitting a new hurdle. The DOJ and the former president's legal team sent a detailed list on who they want to oversee the documents, but a decision was not made. Joe Khalil live for us in D.C. tracking this tense legal battle. And Joe, what else do we know?
Yeah, well, you're right, Natasha. The battle continues now between the former president and the current Justice Department, again hitting a legal bump in the road because both sides failed to come together and decide on who should be appointed this special master, whose job it'll be to ultimately go through all of these documents from Mar-a-Lago and decide which ones, if any, will go back to former President Trump because they fall under attorney-client privilege. Both sides had a deadline of yesterday to come together and figure out at least one person. Again, they failed to do so. No consensus there. But we do know now which people both sides want to occupy that role. So let's go ahead and take a look at who their suggestions are at this point. You've got four names, two judges here that the Justice Department wanted, Barbara Jones and Thomas Griffith, and the former President Trump's legal team suggesting one former judge, Raymond Dearie, and former State Deputy Attorney General Paul Huck Jr. Now, Jones was appointed to the bench by President Clinton, actually served as a special master in previous cases involving Rudy Giuliani and Michael Cohen, former President Trump's attorneys and advisors. Griffith was appointed to the bench by President Bush. Interestingly, a Republican choice there. He most recently served on the Federal Appeals Court in Washington, D.C., ultimately retiring in 2020. Let's go over to Trump's team now. Dearie is a retired federal district judge appointed by President Reagan. He was a prosecutor in New York before serving as a judge on the state's Eastern District bench. And then Huck Jr., the only suggestion here, who is not a federal judge at all. He was a deputy attorney general in the state of Florida. He worked under then Governor Charlie Crist. So, look, even though the Justice Department seems to be playing ball here, they did submit names for a special master. They made clear in a filing on Thursday that the DOJ opposes having one of these special masters at all. They say that they're going to appeal Judge Aileen Cannon's decision to grant one if she doesn't at least change her ruling. Look, in the meantime, both sides disagree on the role that this special master should play. Trump's legal team says whoever it is should have access to all of the documents. But the Department of Justice says if a special master is appointed in the first place, they should only have access to the unclassified stuff. And they say that Trump should pay for this special master rather than taxpayers because he is ultimately the one who suggested that one be appointed in the first place. What we do know is that all of these undecided things now, these decisions, are going to fall back to Judge Aileen Cannon. So we will have to see how she rules in this matter. It may be just her choice who ends up being this special master, Natasha.
All right, Joe Khalil live for us in D.C. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.